Hello everyone. In today's video, I will show you how you can make a unit converter application in code.org. So this application is basically being used for converting one unit of measurement into another unit. Okay, so let me first show you what this application is, how it works. So this is the home screen design where we have three buttons: distance, time, and mass. And let's run the application now. So if I click on the distance button, the application will take me to a different screen now where we have these four text boxes. And so far, I have programmed only the meter and kilometer. So that's what I'm going to show you. So let's say if I type here 2,345 meters, and still the cursor is inside the text box and nothing is happening actually. But as soon as I press the tab key or I click anywhere else in the application, immediately you will see the equivalent uh, quantity in different units of measurement, like kilometer is 2.345 kilometer, 7738.5 feet, and 1.539 miles. Similarly, if I click inside the kilometer text box and then I say 1.234, and then I go out of the text box, then immediately you will see the equivalent dimensions in other units. So that's what the application is about. And then if I click on the home button, will take me back to this screen where we will be doing the same thing with the time and mass, like converting between pounds, kilograms, and grams. For the time, you can convert between weekdays, minutes, hours, and so on. Okay, so that totally depends upon you what kind of units you want to use. So that's what the application is about. So let me just take you to the design process of this application. We'll create a new project in the App Lab. So that's how you navigate. You click on the Projects tab and then you open the App Lab. And if the App Lab icon is not visible here, you can click on the View Full List, and then you will find the App Lab in this list of code.org applications. So let's click on the App Lab. This will give me a new project here. The first thing I always do is to rename the project. So let's rename this project as Unit Converter. Let me call it version 2 here, and then I click on the Save button. Now this is the home screen, so let's make some changes to the visibility of the home screen. Let's change the background color just to make it look a little bit visually appealing. Totally optional. And then I will change the ID of this to home screen. And now we will add the three buttons here to the application. So that's button number 1, button number 2, and button number 3. Okay, let's name these buttons. So let's say this is my distance button. And then I also change the text which is appearing here. Let me just add button also. That's the time button. Time. And then finally we have the button number 3, which is I think mass. So mass button. So we have these three buttons now on the screen, and if I click on the distance, it should take me to a new screen now. So what we need to do is we have to add some blank screens to our application. And this is how you do it. You click on the screen and then just drag and drop it over your home screen. And then we are on the screen number 2. And because we will be making three different screens here, so it is better to name these screens properly so that we are not confused when we are designing the code. So let's name this as distance screen. I'll just choose some color so that we can like differentiate between these screens. Okay. And now let us do the designing here. So I want some labels first of all. So that's label number 1. I do not want to change the name of this label because I'm not going to use this anywhere in my code. I just need to change the text which will be displayed here. So the first text is kilometer here, and then we bring one text box. So this is the text box where the user is going to type the value, and I need to refer to this text box in my code. So this must be given a proper name. So let's name this as km text, short for kilometer text, and this just a placeholder. We don't want any value to be visible here. Let's duplicate it. Okay, so that's how you can quickly create the duplicate of any component. Just click on the duplicate button. It will be of exactly the same size and properties. Sometimes it saves a lot of time. And this is miles text. Okay, I do not want to change the label. Let it be like that. Miles text. And then let us duplicate this. Oops. Okay. And let's name this as the miles. So we have kilometer, miles. What else? Feet. Okay. Let's try in feet also. And let us change the alignment of this. Let's put it in the center. Okay. All right. So let's have these three units of measurement. You can add as many as you like. And then we should have a button here. And that's the back button. This autocorrect, just back button. And you can type home here. So this finishes the design of our distance thing. So let's go to the code now. And what I need to do here is that whenever I type something in the kilometer box and then we go out of the kilometer box, then automatically the conversion should happen. Okay, so we click on the on event. We just bring one on event here, and then on event of the km text. Okay, but which type of event? That's the important part. Not the click event, but the change event, which means that as soon as the value of the text box changes, this event is going to trigger. But here, the event is triggered only when you change the values and then you leave that text box. Okay, so that is something to keep in mind. So on event km text, and then I need to, okay, we also need to change the IDs of these text boxes. So this is, okay, that's miles here. And this should be the miles text. And this one should be the feed text. All right, so we have changed the IDs here so that we can refer to them in the code now. So what I need to do is I have to set the text of set text, here it is. I need to set the text of miles text. So we'll choose the km text, miles text here. And how do we do this? Okay, not miles. In my design, it was different. Let us change it to meters. Okay, meters is much better. And how do we change from kilometer to meter? By multiplying with 1000. So that's what we are going to do. We go to the maths category, and then we use a multiply block from here. And multiply what? We have to get the text from the kilometer box. So we go to the UI controls, and then we say get text. Get the text, sorry, not get text, get number, because we need to do mathematical calculations on that. Get the text from the km text box. This is the km text, and then we multiply this value with 1000. And that's it. Similarly, when I change the value in the meters, then the other two text boxes must change. So we get another on event block here. And this time I'm going to choose the meters text. Okay, so I think that was miles text before. I named it miles text. So the meters is actually the miles text here. Okay, don't get confused here. And let's go to the change. Let's copy this block. Just copy. No. Okay, so we just go to the set text block again, which is over here, and set the text of km. And how do we change from meters to kilometers? Dividing by 1000. So we just go to the maths category. This is the divide operator. Bring it here. And then we get the text from the miles text box. So get number from the miles, and then divide this value by 1000. And then similarly, you can change this value into the feet also. I don't know what is the formula for converting the feet, but you just need to add another set text block here and change the value of the feet text box also by using the same mathematical operator, multiply or divide. Okay, so let's run the application. Now we are here on the distance. Oh, okay, sorry. I forgot to create the on event from my distance button. So let's go to the distance button. All right. And when I click on the distance button, the program should take me to the distance screen. So let's go to the set screen property block. And then I say set the screen to distance screen. Okay. And similarly on the back button here, which is the home button actually, we get another on event. And then we say that if I click on the back button, that's the back button here, then set the screen to home screen. So this will take me back to the home screen. Okay, should run now. So we click on the distance and then I say 1.23 kilometers. And then immediately you can see it has displayed 1230. Okay. Similarly, if I type here, let's say 2356 and I press the tab key, the kilometer value has also changed automatically. So you can just do this for the feet text box also by using another set text here and then selecting the ID of the feet text box and so on. Okay, let's click on the home button. It takes us back to the home screen and then you have two more units here, quantities here, time and mass. And in the similar fashion, you can code these two buttons also. So that was the design of our unit converter application. And in this application, you learn how you can navigate from one window to another, from one screen to another, how you can do the mathematical calculation, get the value of a text box as a number, and set the value of any text box by doing arithmetic calculations. All right, I hope this video will help you. Thank you very much for watching.